Hey, you guys. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. I was trying to find my glasses. So here we are. It's Thursday night. So pumped to be here with you guys. I'm going to wait for just a couple minutes and make sure that everybody knows where to find me. 1 second. If you're here and you can hear me or see me, say hi. We're going to just wait a sec. Okay, I see a couple of you. Hi, Sierra. Just gonna share this in our little group real quick. Okay, hi, Ashley. Hi, you guys. All right, I am so excited to do this class because I feel like it's really important. We are all thinking about cleaning. We are all thinking about cleaner products. We are thinking about a lot. A lot's going on, right? And I just wanted to share some of the things that I have learned and some advice. If you are new to oils, you will hopefully learn something. If you have never used oils, hi, Hallie. If you have never used oils, that's okay too. This is actually a great class for you. I say class, but like we're just hanging out. If you guys have questions or like want to know where my chic glasses are from, or my awesome hairstyle, hi, Ferg. Let me know. Anyways, we're just hanging out. So if you guys have questions, again, don't be afraid to ask, but my hope is that you learn something, whether you have never used oils and you're like, what is an oil? What are clean products? What am I doing? Or you are well-versed in the ways of all things thieves. My hope is that you're here and you have a good time and you take something away with it. Okay. So hi, Ryan, Kim. Hello, hello, hello. It's Friday Eve, you guys. I'm so pumped. You guys are here. We have been drinking margaritas on the porch and it's just a great day. All right, so we are going to answer 3 questions. Hi, Hannah. We're going to answer 3 questions in this class, okay? The first question is this. Why should you switch to cleaner products? I think this is really common and people are overall, like, ignorance is bliss in a lot of ways. And we are used to, like, I used to buy the same cleaning products that my mom bought when I was a kid. And she probably used to buy the same things or the similar things that her mom bought when she was a kid. Like, we just do what we know. And sometimes we just need to be educated and know better to make changes. Very similar to what's going on in our country right now. I think we can all commit to learning and changing and making better choices and doing things that are smarter and wiser and more aware. So, sorry, my text messages. Let's see if I can mute this. There we go. Okay, so we're going to answer why should you switch to cleaner products. I'm going to drop some knowledge. And the second thing we're going to answer is what should you switch? What kind of products should you be switching out in your home? And the third thing is how should you switch? Really basic questions, right? I mean, hello. Why should you switch? What should you switch? And how should you switch? My goodness. These are tongue twisters also. Okay, so here's the thing about cleaner products and cleaner living in general and, you know, non-toxic and all these things. I think that it can become very scary and almost like a scare tactic of like, oh, you're going to get cancer or whatever. Like, and the reality is the premise of like making these changes is you don't have to be sick to get better. Okay. We can do better. We can learn better before we are in a desperate place. I had a woman reach out to me, a month ago and she was like, hey, my mom just, is in the middle of chemo right now. And her radiologist has really told her, this is my ring light so that I look like a Kardashian. If you see this in my eye, it's fine. It's totally working. So she was like, my mom is going through chemo and her radiologist has told her that she needs to eliminate chemicals in her home, like any cleaning products that have toxins or any makeup, like all this stuff. Like, can you help me? Like, I need help. Like, I need to switch her cleaning products. I need to, you know, do all of these things. And yes, while I can help her, yes, like what I want is for us to be educated enough, for us to be gatekeepers of our home and for us to understand that we can make these changes now and hopefully avoid some of that stuff. And I'm going to tell you guys how we can avoid it. But you have to embrace this mindset of like, you don't have to be sick to get better. Do not wait until your body is screaming to fix something. Listen to it when it's whispering. If you're feeling like respiratory or your skin or something like that. Like if you're like, oh, I have eczema, that's so weird. Maybe that is a sign that you're putting something in or on or around your body that maybe isn't that safe. So we have to be paying attention to our bodies, but we also have to be willing to make these changes before these changes are affecting us to a deeper level. Your health and wellness should be an investment, not an expense. So another thing that I hear a lot is like, oh, it's really expensive to switch to cleaner products. Or like, I know, but like I can buy a pack of 4 glass cleaners at Costco for $2.77. Great. That's great. But guess what? Your hospital bill is going to be really effing expensive when all the ammonia from that glass cleaner gets into your lungs and you all of a sudden have, X, Y, or Z. So we have to think about our health, the health of our kids, the health of our air, the quality of our air that we're breathing in, like as an investment, not an expense. And so often, I really, really, really believe so often it's actually cheaper to use some of these products. A lot of them are concentrates. A lot of them you can dilute. They go a really long way. They're really effective, so you're using less. And I think when you're just aware of what you're using, we're not just so like frivolous with it. I really, really, really believe. I will tell you guys straight up, like we have saved a lot of money by switching a lot of our products over to Young Living. And I'll share a little bit about that later. But really, really important, you guys. You don't have to be sick to get better. We can make cleaner choices. We, especially as women and as moms, so often are like the gatekeepers of our home. And what that means, like I used to be like, gatekeepers? Like, what are you talking about? It just means that you're the one buying these products. Like you're the one going to Target and stocking up. You're the one going to the grocery store. You're likely the one like, cleaning the windows and whatever, like picking up after the kids or wiping off high chairs. Like if you are with your kids and we are the gatekeepers, like we make these decisions. I've never brought a cleaner home and my husband's like, oh no, honey, I prefer that kind. Like he's like, just clean, whatever. Like, so if we can be smart and make smarter choices, it can have a ripple effect on our entire family, but also our kids and what they choose to do when they're older. I guarantee you my girls aren't going to go graduate from college and be like, back to my 409 bleach life. No, they're going to be like, I don't know, I just used Thieves forever. Like that's what we used as a family. Like, of course that's what I'm going to use. So you have to think that your choices can have generational ripple effects. And for me, like there's nothing more than I want. Like I want my kids to be better off than I am. Like I want my kids to do better than I did. Like I want to be like a change forward and like switching that momentum. So that's my like PSA of that. The first question we are going to answer is why should you switch to cleaner products? Okay. Well, a lot of the products that we use in our homes, in our bodies, on our skin, in our personal care products, in our air, all of these things have chemicals. And a lot of you are going to be like, okay, well, is it really like, am I really getting exposed to it? Is it really like that big of a deal? There's something called the slight edge. The slight edge is like you doing something every single day, just a little bit, and it starts to add up. There's a whole book. I can't remember the name of the book. Maybe it's called The Slight Edge. I can't remember. If somebody knows, feel free to shout it out. But it's basically the premise of like, you can do really amazing things. The slight edge, like you could have a slight edge by like doing something every single day. Just chip away at it. All of a sudden you're like doing something really big. But it also works the opposite. Like if you're exposing yourself to these chemicals, take the weed killer or how many lawsuits like Johnson & Johnson, all these places, like they're not drinking Roundup, but guess what? They're working with it every single day, a little bit, and it's that slight edge that does not work to your benefit. So thinking about the chemicals that are in our products, phthalates are a really, really big one. Phthalates can be endocrine disruptors. There is a lot of research that they lead to early puberty, breast cancer. Phthalates are, like you'll see fragrance on a lot of stuff. Fragrance is basically a big umbrella term that allows big companies to say, hey, we're just going to throw a bunch of shit in this and label it fragrance. So if you see something with fragrance, run the other way because it can be very, very bad for your health. There is a study that I was just reading that says men with a high amount of phthalates found in their body, it's linked to a lower sperm count. Thank you, Hallie. The book's called The Slight Edge. What do you know? Riveting. So we have to think about phthalates. Parabens is another one. Parabens actually mimic estrogen to our body. They have a similar like cell structure basically. And they can be found in measurable amounts in breast cancer tumors. So these are like things that affect people all the time. You see a huge increase in cancer right now. You see a huge increase in autoimmune disorders and lots of like learning, lots of there's like reproductive, all sorts of things, and they can all be linked back to all of these chemicals that are in our products. Talc, SLS, like I could go on and on. Just do the research. So one of the things that I always encourage people to do is I am not a scientist. I am simply a mom who does a lot of research. I like to learn a lot. I like to be educated. I like to, like ask the questions. Like if I can't find an answer to a question, I'm going to go dig for it and I'm going to look it up and I'm going to try to figure it out. And so I encourage you to do the same. If you are like, okay, well, is this really bad for me? Google it. Go to the back of your bottle that you're using and Google some of those ingredients and see like, what are the risks? Are they carcinogens? There's a lot of ingredients in a lot of our products that are known carcinogens, cancer-causing ingredients. For me personally and my family, like that is the last thing I am trying to expose my kids to. I don't care if it's, because I'm spraying down the mirror when they're in the bathtub, or if I am putting makeup on, my face, or what, like, why would I want to do that when I know I could do better? There's something called greenwashing. So this just came out actually. So if you are at Target and you're like, oh my God, this bottle's so cute. It looks so like organic and clean. Guess what? It's probably not. It is called greenwashing. So they greenwash, which means they are making it look organic. They're putting leaves on it and it might say like natural or pure. Those words mean nothing. And they are making you think it's organic. They are probably charging you to make you think it's organic, and it's not. So Method is one of these that they just had a huge lawsuit. Method is from Johnson & Johnson, I believe. But like the cute teardrop bottle and it looks like clean and organic and you're like, yeah, this is like legit. Like this is good. Like, no, they just got a lawsuit for greenwashing, for making people think it was like natural, safe, organic, all these things. And it's full of chemicals. Breaking news. You see this time and time and time again. So greenwashing is something that we really fall prey to all the time. Watch Stink. Okay. So this is your homework. Go to Netflix, type in Stink, and watch this documentary and your mind will be blown. You will start to realize that like, wow, this is actually a really big deal. This can be a problem. And there's a lot of evidence out there. There's a lot of lawsuits. There's a lot of situations where this has been brought to the light, and these companies just paid these people off and move on, and they continue to sell their product because the majority of people are not educated about this, or if they are, it feels like exhausting, too much work, too much research. It's fine. It's a little bit, not that big of a deal. We all make these excuses, and the long-term exposure of these chemicals can be very, very dangerous for ourselves and our kids and all the things. So chemicals in your products can affect things like eczema. Who knew? That would be the margarita. Eczema, your mood, skin, they can be carcinogens. Long-term exposure can be dangerous, all the things. Okay, you guys? So why you are switching? Because you don't want to be exposed to all of these things. Okay. What are you switching? Yeah, Stink blew your mind, right? It blew my mind too. And I will tell you, so when we watch Stink, I made Colin sit down and watch it with me because I had done all this research, but it's really hard to be like, guess what I read? I read this. So I was like, okay, sit down and watch this documentary with me. And he was like, are we using these things? Is this in our house? Like, I don't want to even know. Like, and it was like, for him, like it was like a light switch went off and he was like, oh my God, we have to switch everything in our house. And I was like, don't you worry, your girl's already got it under control. Okay, so what are we switching? We are switching not everything at once. First of all, do not listen to this and be like, oh shit, like I don't have the finances to do this. I don't have the budget to do this. I don't have the time. Like I don't want to throw away all my stuff. Like all of these things. Okay. Don't do that. Don't go throw away everything. Don't go crazy. It's not realistic. Okay. So here's what you want to switch. You want to switch anything that's touching your skin, anything that is in the air you breathe, your bathroom, your laundry room, your kitchen, all of these things, but you want to switch them over time. So I'm going to talk about how we're going to do that next. But first, I just want you guys to understand a couple things. So think about like, as you go through your day, what are you exposing your skin to? What are you exposing your lungs to? What are you exposing your kids to? So for me, like one of the main things I'm like, okay, makeup, I put makeup on, clearly not really. But I was like a NARS loyalist. Like I wore a lot of, like that was the makeup I bought and, started researching. Okay. So you ready for this stat? There is no like FDA approval for what is in our personal care products. In the US, there are 0 banned chemicals. In Europe, there's 1,328 banned chemicals. Okay. Not banned in the US. So when you are buying drugstore makeup, yikes. In fact, this is actually just happens to be sitting here, I swear to God. I decided to buy Bellamy some kid makeup because she's really like been begging for it. And I'm like, fun mom status, here we go. And I was shook. I didn't read the ingredients. Like I just bought kid makeup on Amazon. I was like, whatever. Okay, here's the ingredients. Are you guys ready for this? Talc, titanium dioxide, let's see, fragrance. I can't even read 90% of these. Basically like polybutene, which is like a, I've lost my word. Basically like a chemical that's in like gasolines. Anyways, there's crazy ingredients. So Young Living has a makeup line called Savvy Minerals that this woman who was a Young Living member started making in her home, and Young Living was like, hey, wait, we need some makeup that's clean. And they bought this product from her. She was like a person like me. And they have banned upwards of 2,500 chemicals in their makeup. So it's super, super clean. Chemicals that we were like, this could probably be bad for you. Another example, are you burning candles in your home? You guys, candles pollute your indoor air more than your outdoor air is polluted. Think about this. If your kids have asthma, if they have, sensitivities with their skin, if they have like trouble focusing, so many different things can be linked to candles and like fragrance that you're burning. Not all candles are bad, but it's really, 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 really hard to find a clean, good candle, which is why we diffuse in our house. Like when we diffuse oils, we are making our house smell good, but it's also like good. It's like you're breathing in these essential oils that have these incredible components in them that do really, really great things for our body. So that's like such an easy switch. Another thing you're switching out, like cleaning products. So Thieves is Young Living's cleaning line, and it is essential oil based, plant based. Like if the back of this says if consumed, drink water. It's not poisonous. It's not toxic. Like I feel safe using this for my kids. This is $22, and you put one capful, this tiny little capful, in this bottle. It makes 30 of these over time. And this is what we use to clean our entire house. So that right there, you guys, is like one of the easiest switches you can make. It's super affordable and it covers everything. You're no longer buying glass cleaner, floor cleaner, countertop spray, high chair spray, bath and shower scrub, like this does everything. Like I'm not exaggerating when I say that this is literally the only cleaner that we use in our house. We make a scrub out of it. We make a spray out of it. We do everything with this. It's incredible. And it is super effective. Google, I'll try to post it in here after the class, but Google, like Thieves and Petri dish study, like it sizes up to all of the like major cleaners, kills all the things. It's incredible. Okay. In your laundry room, you guys, switching laundry detergent. Tide is so toxic, like so toxic. There are so many horrible chemicals in some of the products. The laundry room is actually one of your most toxic areas of your home. If you're using dryer sheets, like the point of a dryer sheet is to have chemicals that leach onto your clothes that make them feel soft and make them smell good. And when you are wearing your clothes that are touching your skin, which is your biggest organ, you are absorbing all of these chemicals, and they are getting in your bloodstream and they're getting in your body. And we don't want that. Like we don't want those things running through our blood, affecting our endocrine system and our respiratory system and our reproductive system and all of why? We do not want these chemicals. Like, no, thank you. That's a hard pass. So self-care is another one. Bath bombs, lotion. We use a glow serum with just frankincense and jojoba oil. Toothpaste, like everything, you guys, everything. So it's really, really important to think about wow, what am I using and what could I switch? And the most amazing thing about Young Living is they literally offer a huge product line. So it's not like, oh, we buy, $200 of oils every month. No, I buy a couple oils every month, but I buy a lot of we buy kids bath shampoo and soap, we buy lotion, we buy oils, we buy cleaner, we buy bath bombs, we buy makeup, we everything. We buy it all through Young Living, and it is literally the easiest thing ever. The products are amazing. I would not be sitting here wasting my time on a Thursday night at 7:51 a.m. Talking about this stuff if I didn't love it. I love these products. This was not my goal in life was not to be I'm going to sit here and share about oils, but guess what? These products have changed my life, and I'm we have to share this. We have to educate people, and we have to get people in on this magic because it is so good. Okay. So that's what you're switching. You are switching all the things, but how am I going to switch all the things, without going poor? without going broke, I believe is the term, going broke, without being overwhelmed, without feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm failing, all of the things, okay? Here's how you're going to do it. So it's called the switch and ditch, or the clean sweep, or the transfer buy, whatever you want to call it, okay? And this is how you make this affordable, this is how you make this realistic, and this is how you make this last. So when you run out of something, you switch it. So if you, let's just say you are using your Bath and Body Works hand soap, and you love it so much, and it smells like lemons, then you are going to run out of that soap at some point, hopefully, especially right now when you're washing your hands a lot. And you are going to buy Luscious Lemon hand soap from Young Living. It's really easy. And guess what? When you buy this stuff from Young Living on what's called Essential Rewards, it's just your monthly order. When you buy this stuff, you're going to get free products, and you're going to get up to 25% back. So that means if you are spending $100 on all your products every month, you're going to get $25 back to spend the next month, which means your laundry detergent and your oils for your dryer balls, which are replacing your dryer sheets and your Tide, are free. Like, I'm sorry, but it doesn't get more affordable than free. So when you run out, you're going to replace stuff. And then you're going to start thinking about going room by room. So we have this handy little sheet. It's 1 year of Essential Rewards. Basically, you're 1 year of like ordering every month. And it's between $50 and $150 a month to do some of these things. And the first month you are going to switch out, let's say, your Thieves hand soap, your household cleaner, your dish soap, and your hand sanitizer. 4 things that you probably buy at Target, right? But let's just say you wanted to go room by room. So the first month you would buy your laundry detergent, and you'd buy some oils for your dryer balls. You would buy the dryer balls that you could get on Amazon or Trader Joe's or whatever. You might buy some Thieves dish soap and Thieves household cleaner for a stain stick. They all like work in conjunction with each other. Junction. And we've been watching Schoolhouse Rock over here because homeschooling is rough at this point of the game. Anyways, so you can go room to room and just make one switch a month. So like then the next month you're going to say like, okay, I'm going to get makeup. I'm going to ditch my makeup. I'm going to move on to cleaner makeup. The next month you might say like, I'm going to do the kids bathroom. I'm going to get kids hand soap, and I'm going to get some oils for the kids diffuser, and I'm going to get kids bath gel, soap, and lotion. Okay. Like really, really, really simple switches. You guys, they have a baby line with baby oil and baby wipes and like everything you could ever imagine. The other thing you want to think about is like, what are your priorities first? What are you using the most? What do you feel like is the most toxic? And go from there. It might take a year to get all clean products in your house. That's okay. Like that, but guess what? Every month you're doing better. You have a slight edge, right? It works the opposite way now. So every month that you eliminate toxic chemicals from your home, from your body, from your kids, whatever, you are doing better, and you're getting more of a slight edge on health and wellness, and just having overall control of the chemicals and products in your home. Okay. We never used to be DIY people. But as time goes on, I'm like, it's so easy, so inexpensive to make this, and it makes so much sense for our family. And then think about transfer buying. So a lot of times people come at this and they're like, I don't have the budget for, to spend $100 at Young Living every month. Well, you sure as hell have the budget to shop at Target every month, or to go buy, 10 bottles of the Anthropologie, whatever, or 10 Anthropologie candles, or whatever you're buying. Like, you have a budget somewhere. You're buying this stuff already. And if you're not, you should be buying hand soap somewhere. If you're not buying dish soap, like, what are you washing your dishes with? If you're not spraying your counters with something, then what are you doing? Like, we're all buying this stuff. So where are you going to buy it? Are you going to buy it where you are going to be investing in your health, in your wellness, in your future, in your home? Or are you going to be buying it where it's like, I'm at Target buying 7 shirts that I really don't need, a toy for my kid that they're begging for, and 3 bookshelves that, well, how did these end up in my cart? Thanks, Joanna Gaines. Or are you going to buy it and have it delivered to your door from Young Living, and you're going to get 25% back and store credit, and you're going to get free products with it? It's really a no-brainer, you guys. So it's not about adding something. It's actually about taking other stuff away and switching it out to this. It's about ditching and switching. It's so simple. And it can be as affordable or more affordable than what you're already doing. I promise you that. I really, truly, like, it is seriously, when you go down your list and you're like, okay, this might be a little bit more at Young Living, but I can dilute it. Or this is actually way cheaper at Young Living and way more convenient. It's delivered to your door, all the things, okay? So that's the scoop on the clean sweep. Really simple, something that's so important and something that's really manageable. If you guys have questions, please reach out to me. I would love, love, love to help you. If you don't have oils yet, I'm going to put a link in the event, and you can click it and grab a starter kit. It comes with oils. I will send you a bottle of thieves cleaner so you can get started with cleaning right away. You can make so many things. I have a whole sheet of like DIYs. You can make a jewelry cleaner and a soft scrub and your household cleaner and a shower spray. Like you can make everything. You can make hand sanitizer. Like you can make everything with this. Okay. So important. And feel free to share this video if you guys have somebody you're like, okay, you need to know this or you need to hear this. But ultimately, you guys, like, again, I want to say it one more time. You don't have to be sick to get better. We can make better choices. We can do better. When we know better, we can do better. And it's really all about just learning and educating ourselves and making a conscious decision to say, hey, like, I know better now. Like, and I promise you, like, the more things that you switch over, you're going to be like, oh, this smells so toxic. This smells so strong. This smells so intense. Or I feel so different. I remember spraying our kitchen sink at our old house before we switched to Young Living. And I remember every time I would spray this, I think it was like a Clorox 409, like double whammy spray. And I remember feeling my lungs burn every time I would spray it. Like, and I would spray it over the sink and like, you know, like be cleaning or whatever. And I remember feeling my lungs tingling. And I remember thinking in the back of my head, like, that probably isn't good. But you know, I didn't know any better. Like I just was like, whatever, this is what everybody uses. This is what's on the shelves at Target. Like it can't be that bad. Yeah, newsflash, it is. And it can be that bad because there's just not a whole lot of regulation around it. So, let's make better choices for our families, you guys. I love you. I do this because I care about you guys and I want to educate you and help you. So again, reach out to me if you have questions and have a wonderful evening and incredible weekend ahead. See you guys.